Trick My Track.
Welcome to Trick My Track, Plymouth Speedway, take one. People don't want to sit on a bleacher and get a splinter in their butt, okay? My name is Eric Saunders. I was born and raised here in Lakeville, Indiana, the home of Hoosier Racing Tire. Our plant that we manufacture the tires is right here in Plymouth, Indiana. I've been at Hoosier Racing Tire for 38 years now. I'm the business unit manager for all of asphalt racing, and we have, as you can see, it's a dirt track. And you're wondering, why does a guy that does asphalt for Hoosier Tire, have a dirt track or be involved in a dirt track? Well, number one, I have the passion. I love racing, no matter if it's asphalt or dirt. I've been around this track all my life. It was an asphalt track. It's always been an asphalt track. Ed Kennedy purchased the track in 2011. He ran it 1 year with asphalt. The way it all started happening is my son, Eric, he raced motocross for Tony Stewart for about 13 years. The fall of 2010, Eric was injured in a motocross accident. He was paralyzed from the chest down.
My name's Eric Saunders, and I race sprint cars. In 2010, I ended up getting paralyzed from motocross, and ever since my accident, I kind of wanted to stay in motorsports, and that's when I decided to get in four wheels. Tony Stewart helped me out all through the amateur ranks of the motocross scene, and then once I got hurt, he started helping me out with the sprint car scene and the mini sprint scene. Just really cool to have him still on board.
So in a 90-mile radius of South Bend, Indiana, there were 12 asphalt tracks trying to get the same customer on a Saturday night. Had a meeting with Tony Stewart, who still to this day is one of my best friends. We talked about it, and he said, you need to look at going dirt. So Ed put the deal together. I'll make a small dirt track inside the asphalt track if you'll come and run the last race, Tony, with sprint cars. He said, that's fine. So you can only imagine a 3/8 mile asphalt track, you put a little 1/4 mile dirt track on the inside, it's going to be pretty awesome racing, right? So Tony gets here and he goes, I don't know. He said, it's pretty small. We'll have to just wait and see what happens. So anyhow, Tony wins the race. The crowd was very good that night. They said, what do you think about the bull ring at Plymouth? Tony's like, I think when I come back and it's dirt all the way out to the big track, he says, it's going to be great. And the place went crazy. And Ed looks at me and says, he said he made up my mind. Ed says, I want to make this thing a premier short track. I want to make it something that people enjoy coming to, can bring their family. They don't have to sit with a bleacher to get splinters. I mean, it's just going to be nice and comfortable so they can come here and enjoy it. So it goes back to Ed and Charles had a relationship down there in Daytona, doing the whole bleacher thing. We decided we were going to do this project, and we'd gotten some material sent up here, and I want to say that they did this whole thing in less than 3 months. It was unbelievable. I mean, it was like we're getting ready to go, and our first race is a regular show, but the next race is the World of Outlaw coming in for the first time. So we're like, how are we going to have this thing done? Our first night, only 3/4 of this place was built. The grandstands was built. Within a week, they had everything else ready to go. I mean, these guys really worked and they busted their butt and got things going here. But Charles he's got a lot of good ideas. I mean, when you come into the place, you're coming into a facility that you just never even imagined, especially being in Plymouth, Indiana. But yeah, Charles has been really good. He's the type of guy that, I mean, everything that he said he was going to do, he did, and then some. And he has a vision for making stuff nice, and between him and Ed Kennedy, it's pretty phenomenal what they got. I mean, it's really awesome. So as you see, the structure that he has here came out of Daytona. The seats that are individual seats with back on them came out of Charlotte Motor Speedway, and the deck that's out front, it came out of Atlanta Motor Speedway. So we have 3 NASCAR venues in Plymouth, Indiana. I definitely would recommend bleacher builders to go to your facility to get get these types of stands put into your place, because again, people don't want to sit on a bleacher and get a splinter in their butt, okay? So with this kind of stuff, you can bring the family here, and it's friendly, handicap accessible. Eric being handicapped, we looked at that. We have ramps and everything that Charles had built here just so we have handicap accessible for everyone here. So absolutely, those guys have been phenomenal to work with.
How that feel, buddy?
Good.
Congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
That was something that I never thought I was ever going to see with my son again. He was very good at winning races with motocross, but I never thought I would get to see him race again and win again on 4 wheels, and he did. So there's a plan for everything in life.
took my track.